Apart from this, my dear brothers and sisters, one of our priests was captured by Boko Haram. He missed his way. He was not trailed by Boko Haram members, but he missed his way and he ran into the hands of the Boko Haram. I'm sure he was listening to music. You know, these young priests of nowadays was listening to music, and before he opened his eyes, he saw Boko Haram in front of him. So that was the end of it. They captured him. But he's a very brave young man. And let me tell you, when we heard about that, then I invited the Catholics in our diocese to begin, all of us to begin the novena to Our Lady of Perpetual Help. We began the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the priest came back. The priest came back. Now, the amazing part of it is that he didn't come back alone. He came back with other captives. 8 of them. Glory to Jesus.
In the far northeast of Nigeria lies Maiduguri. For years, this city became synonymous with fear, violence, and one of the deadliest terrorist insurgencies in modern African history. Churches here have been bombed, burned to the ground, and communities have disappeared. Families have fled, thousands have died. Yet in the middle of this darkness stood one man, a bishop, a shepherd, and a voice that has refused to be silenced. This is the story of Bishop Oliver Doeme, a man whose faith was tested in ways few can imagine. Born on December 13, 1960, in Plateau State, Nigeria, Oliver Doeme grew up within the life of the Catholic Church. His early education was received in mission schools, where faith and learning went hand in hand. As a young man, he discerned a call to the priesthood. He entered the major seminary in Maiduguri, where he studied philosophy and completed his theological formation at St. Augustine Major Seminary in Jos. Years of study, prayer, sacrifice, and preparation finally led to a historic day. On October 18, 1997, he was ordained a Catholic priest. Like many young priests, he began serving wherever the church needed him. He became rector of St. John Vianney Minor Seminary in Barikin-Ladi. Later, he served as rector of the College of Mary Immaculate in Zawan. At the same time, he faithfully ministered as parish priest in Angudi. Those who knew him describe a priest deeply committed to formation, evangelization, and the spiritual growth of God's people. But God was preparing him for a much larger mission. On June 2nd, 2007, he was incarnated into the Diocese of Shendam. And just 2 years later, another call would come. A call that would place him on the front lines of one of the greatest crises facing Christianity in modern Nigeria. On June 6, 2009, Pope Benedict XVI appointed him Bishop of Maiduguri. On August 13th of the same year, he was consecrated bishop. The timing could hardly have been more challenging. Almost immediately, the Boko Haram insurgency exploded across northeastern Nigeria. Entire communities were attacked. Churches were targeted. Priests and religious were threatened. Villages vanished overnight. For Bishop Oliver, the statistics were not merely numbers. They were faces, families, parishes, human lives entrusted to his care. Over the years, more than 50 churches and chapels within his diocese were destroyed. More than 200 church communities were abandoned. Nearly 70,000 Catholics were forced from their homes. Many became refugees in their own country. Some areas lost their Christian presence entirely. Yet, amid all this suffering, Bishop Oliver refused to surrender to despair. Perhaps nowhere was this faith more clearly demonstrated than in the remarkable story the bishop later recounted. One day, a young Catholic priest was traveling through the dangerous regions of northern Nigeria. While traveling, he became distracted. Before he realized it, he had wandered into territory controlled by Boko Haram. Suddenly, armed militants appeared before him. He was captured. The news sent shock waves through the diocese. A young man had disappeared into the hands of terrorists. Many feared the worst. When Bishop Oliver learned what had happened, he did something unexpected. He called upon the entire diocese to begin a novena to Our Lady of Perpetual Help. One day passed, day 2, and then 3, and then 4. Then came day 5. And something extraordinary happened. The young priest returned, alive. But he did not return alone. Walking beside him were 8 other captives. 8 people who had also gained their freedom. For many Catholics in Maiduguri, the event became a powerful reminder that even in the darkest circumstances, God continues to work in ways beyond human understanding. Today, Bishop Oliver Doeme remains a symbol of resilience, courage, and faith. He has witnessed suffering that would break many leaders. He has buried members of his flock. He has watched churches destroyed and stood beside refugees who lost everything. Yet, through it all, he has continued to proclaim the same message: faith over fear, hope over despair, and Christ over darkness. The story of Bishop Oliver is not merely the story of one man. It is the story of a church that refused to die. A church wounded but not defeated. Tested by fire but purified through faith. Even after years of terror, the people of Maiduguri continue to believe because they have a shepherd who never stopped believing first.
That with the rosary, we'll be able to expel Boko Haram from our diocese. I am nothing. I'm just very, very sinful servant of the Lord.